Isaiah Rhodes. That's it. Shocked me. I don't think that I read the same book as everybody else. Hey, what's up? My name is Ange. Welcome back to my channel, and in today's video, we're going to be going over these 6 books that I read in the month of December. And you hear my voice? It's like, after I talk for a little bit, I feel like it gets very bleh. I'm getting over being sick, so bear with me. We have a lot of videos to film before I go on vacation, so it's just the aftermath. We're going to just ignore it and try to power through this video. I only have 3 physical books here, but there were 6 total books that I read in the month of December. It feels like December was forever ago. It is only the beginning of January right now, but I just feel like I read these books 8 years ago. It doesn't even feel like it was just last month. So I read 6 books, 3 were physical books and 3 were on Kindle. I read 2 novellas, kind of like out of the ordinary for me. I also had my reading goal, which was really great. My reading goal was 85? 80. What was my reading goal? I don't know what my reading goal was. I think my reading goal was 85. I ended up reading 88 books, so that was really cool. I'm reading my stuff on my monitor over here if you are wondering like where I'm looking. But the very first book that I read this month was My December Darling by Lauren Asher. I read this book on Kindle. This was a 50,000 word Christmas themed romance kind of novella book. Would I call it a novella? I don't know. I'm calling it a novella, but it was like 250 pages, so I don't know what is classified as a novella. So maybe it's not a novella, but it's tagged as a novella. It's a book. It's something. I read it. It was a holiday, cutesy little romance. I read it at the very beginning of the month. This book is about Catalina, who is the maid of honor in her sister's wedding, and her sister is getting married to Catalina's ex-boyfriend, which was like kind of weird for me. I was like a little iffy on that. I thought that was really weird, but they also tried to like explain that away with the fact that like, oh, we were so long distance, like it wasn't this, it wasn't that. I still found it a little bit weird. Man that her sister is marrying, whose name I cannot remember, has a best friend, Luke. Luke is like the equivalent of like a golden retriever to me, and Catalina is like the black cat. Like they totally have that energy going on. Luke just thinks she's amazing, and Catalina is like, people don't like that. I thought that it was cute. I thought that it was quick. Like, I didn't love it, so I rated it 3 stars. I thought that it was, like I said, cute, quick. It wasn't anything crazy. It wasn't anything, like, not in a bad way, but not, like, special. Like, it wasn't out of the world. Like, it was just a very quick read. I didn't love how insta-lovey it was, but overall, like, it was still good. So it was definitely a cute holiday romance. If I hadn't read it, like, right at the beginning of December, I probably wouldn't have read it. So the next book that I read was Windy City No. 4, which is Play Along by Liz Tomford. If you don't know me, I absolutely love the Windy City series. I thought that it was amazing. I know that book 5 is coming out very soon. I believe that that's the end. I don't know what I'm going to do, because I absolutely love it. Every single one of those books are so good. Obviously, they're not all 5 stars, but like they're pretty high up there for all of them. So this one follows Kennedy, who is the only one on staff for the Windy City Warriors baseball team, and she had gone into it thinking that she was going to get a lead doctor role, and there's a sexist lead doctor, so now she's kind of just taking the pay cut and just pushing through until she can find something better. And you have Isaiah on that team, who is the shortstop for that baseball team, and he flirts with her constantly, and then one day he realizes, like, she doesn't have a ring on, and, like, that was it. After a Vegas run-in, she is bound to Isaiah to, like, keep her job, keep her reputation, all that kind of stuff. So Isaiah's very happy. Kennedy's like happy but like not happy, so I don't want to spoil any more of it, but I thought that it was really good. I rated this one 5 stars. I think that this one was probably my favorite book so far. Like the chemistry between these two, and also Isaiah, just Isaiah. Okay, let's just leave it at that. I don't even need to explain to you, just Isaiah Rhodes. That's it. Don't even know what else to say. I have nothing else to say. I loved Kennedy. I feel like I don't love female main characters all the time, but Kennedy, like, I just loved her. I thought she was so strong. I love the women from the Windy City series, so it was really good to read. I love their chemistry. I, like, felt it. You know, like the 3rd act breakup that always happens, I even felt like how like much it hurt me when that happened. I was like, no! So I think that this one was probably one of my favorite. Also the covers of these books, like, are you kidding? So good. So good. So this one was like a great read. If you haven't read that, please go read that series. It's so good. The new one coming out is going to be, but let me pull it up for you. I think it's Rewind It Back. I believe it's called Rewind It Back. Rewind It Back, which is Windy City number 5, comes out on May 20th. So that'll be a very, very sad day for me. But it's also going to be great. Anyway, that was a really, really great book. The next book that I have is a physical book, and I read Queen of Shadows by Sarah J. Maas, which I read as book number 5 in the Throne of Glass series. I believe it was number 5. This one took me a very, very, very long time to get through, and I stand by the fact that I think that if I wasn't filming, it wouldn't take me as long to get through it. But if you're new here and you don't know, I do full spoiler, complete reading vlogs on my channel. I have an entire playlist dedicated to every video that I have of this. Each book does get a video, so far we are already up to this. Next is the tandem read, so we will see what happens with that, and then after that it's Kingdom of Ash, and then we are done, which is so crazy to me. But full spoiler, full spoiler. I don't want to like ruin what this is about, but if you don't know, the Throne of Glass series is, again, written by Sarah J. Maas, and it's about Selena Sarduthian, who was in a competition to be the King's champion, and then this is her story. So again, book number 5. I thought that this one was just amazing. I have rated, I believe, all of the Throne of Glass books very, very highly. I think that they are all amazing. I want to honestly go back and read them again, and like read them quicker, if that makes any sense, and like closer together. I don't know how to really review this here without ruining it, because it's such a popular series that a lot of people haven't gotten to yet, that I don't want to ruin it. So if you are looking for a review, I do give a full review at the end of that video. Let me just leave it at the fact that I just love the book, and I thought that it was amazing, and shocked me. It shocked me a lot. So, but this one was really good. I'm excited, but like very, very scared of the tandem read. The next book that I read was another physical book, and that was Spectacular by Stephanie Garber. This was the Caravel novella. It was cute. There's really nothing for me to say about this one. This one's just about the holiday Eve, the great holiday Eve, and it follows Scarlet and Donatella and Julian and Legend and all of them. I thought it was okay. I honestly didn't even give this one a rating because I didn't even know what to rate it. I feel like it's very hard to rate novellas because I feel like it should be on a different rating scale. Like this 3 shouldn't be the same as like a book 3, if that makes any sense. So I tend to not really rate actual like novellas like this. Like for instance, Powerful by Lauren Roberts. Powerful, yeah, I believe it's Powerful, the little like one after book 1, so 1.5, the novella. I feel like I didn't even rate that one either because I just don't think that it's on the same scale that it's even technically fair. So I don't know what to rate it. I like that it's like the exclusive edition, so like the cover's all like really cool, and I thought that the inside is amazing. The illustrations within the book, like I thought that it's beautiful and it's going to be amazing to like keep on my shelf and to look at, but really more of a collector's thing for me. I love Stephanie Garber, love Caraval, amazing. Amazing, amazing, amazing. The next book that I have is yet another novella, and that was The Gift by Frida McFadden. You'll see why I read this book when we get to the book club read video, if you pay attention to those. But this one I read in about an hour, maybe or not. It's only 47 pages on Kindle, so this one says, it's Christmas Eve and Stella Hansen is broke. She is so broke that despite working 2 jobs, she couldn't even afford a present for her husband on their very first Christmas, and then a mysterious woman showed up at the diner that she worked at and was like, I know how to help you, you just need to trade with me, so come to my shop later and we'll work something out. So then she works something out, and then it doesn't really work out for her. So again, another novella, same thing kind of stands out. I don't really know how to rate novellas, but I thought that this one was interesting, definitely intriguing, but I wish that there was just a little bit more to it. I don't have a rating for it. Again, 47 pages. On Kindle, or not on Kindle, on Goodreads, it's saying that the average is 3.26, which I feel like I would agree with. I feel like if I gave novellas ratings, I feel like a 3 is what I would go with. It was okay. It wasn't great, but it wasn't bad. So I did think it was interesting. You can see my friends and I thoughts and feelings on it in the next book club read, and why we chose to do this book. But yeah, I read that pretty quickly. I think I was sitting outside watching the snowfall and was just reading that very, very creepy, interesting book. So check that out. I love Frida McFadden. Really, it was a good pick. It was just weird. And finally, the last book that I read for the month of December, which did not leave my year off very strong, was One Day in December by Josie Silver. She sees him at a bus stop one day. What is even her name? Lori sees, is his name Luke? Nope, his name's Jack. Lori sees Jack at a bus stop one day and, like, is in love with him, and then, like, she's talking to her best friend Sarah about it, and then all of a sudden Sarah brings around her boyfriend, and it's Jack, and she's like, oh my god, it's you, I've been looking for you, and in her head, though, because she doesn't ever say it, and then it's, like, 10 years go by, and it's, like, it's across 10 years, and this and that, and I don't think that I read the same book as everybody else, because I rated this book 2 stars. I don't know, so many people talked about just loving this book and how amazing it was, and but I just don't think either. I literally must have gotten a different copy because it took a lot out of me to get through it. I listened to it through Spotify for a while. I read the physical book. I just was not intrigued. I didn't like the whole, this is going to be a spoiler if you're going to read it. So spoiler. I did not like that they kissed each other when he was with her best friend. I did not find that right. I did not like the pawning, or what's the word? Pining. I did not like the pining, like, for each other, like, from. I was not happy. Girl, you give that up immediately. Was not happy. Anyway, I'd rate this 2 stars. I have, honestly, I'm sorry. I don't know if I would necessarily rate it any lower. I don't think I've ever given a book 1 stars. No, I totally have. I gave Pucking Around 1 star. I just don't think that I read the same book as everybody else because I just did not understand. I didn't get it. Sorry. That was the last book that I read for the year, so that kind of sucked that last book was one that I really did not enjoy at all, but I suffered through that the entire month of December. I started that very, very early. Actually, I'll tell you right now what date I started that. I started that book for 2 weeks. To me, it felt like a lifetime. December 13th to December 30th is when I stopped reading it. I was not a fan. I'm sorry. I just wasn't. Sorry that this video was so quick. I just didn't really read any books that were too in-depth or anything like that. Like, what was that? Technically 3 novellas. Half of the books that I read weren't even actual, like, books. But they were. They're books. Novellas are books. I'm not having this debate right now. I'm just telling you, like, that there weren't really, like, in-depth books to speak about and have reviews on because 3 of the books don't really have, like, reviews and ratings. Overall, I don't think that it was a great reading month. I loved Play Along. I loved Queen of Shadows, and Spectacular was alright. Didn't love One Day in December. The Gift was okay. I just wish there was more, but that's the point of a novella, so I gotta get over that. The other one, My December Darling, was like, alright. Didn't love the insta-lovey thing, but, you know, it's a novella. What am I supposed to expect? You can only fit so much into so many pages, so it is what it is. Don't think that it was a great reading month. We're gonna hope for the best for January, hope for the best for 2025. I still have yet to pick my TBR because I was so sick, so I'm gonna be doing that soon. That brings this video to an end. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I hope to have a better review for you at the end of January, or beginning of February, whenever the video goes up for what I read in January. Let's end the video. This is a wreck. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!